Your puppy has just grabbed a discarded chicken bone or your favorite shoe. The instinctive human reaction is to give chase and pry the object out of their jaws. But dogs possess a survival mechanism called resource guarding, which is driven by anxiety. When they hold something valuable in their mouth and a person reaches out for it, the dog immediately perceives a dangerous threat of theft. Physically forcing their mouth open or chasing them across the room confirms that fear. It validates the dog's belief that you are a thief, which escalates their stress and increases the risk of a snap or a bite. To solve this, we must shift the dog's emotional response when a human approaches. We replace the expectation that hands mean loss with the new rule, hands mean gain. Success requires 3 specific things: a quiet environment without distractions, high-value treats like chicken, and a lightweight house line. Because resource guarding is rooted in a mindset of scarcity, it requires a solution based on logic and reassurance. We are teaching the dog that defensive behavior is unnecessary. The house line acts as your management tool to prevent keep away. If the dog tries to run, you simply step on the line. You maintain control without ever initiating a chase. Once you have control, pin the object or tug toy against your leg. Immobilize it. By removing the movement, you make the toy boring, which helps break the dog's fixation on the item. Now you execute a precise 3-part timing sequence. This ensures the dog learns to associate your verbal command with the reward, rather than only responding when they see food in your hand. First, give the verbal cue, drop it, while the toy is motionless. Then, observe a mandatory 1-second pause. You must wait before reaching for your treat pouch. Following the command and pause, the green block is the treat reveal. Showing food during the command is bribing. The command must come first. When the dog releases, they get treats and the toy back. This double reward proves giving things up is safe. This protocol functions as a primary trust-building exercise. Every successful trade demonstrates that you are a reliable provider of resources, rather than a threat to them. Some dogs have a high prey drive and value motion over food. For these dogs, you use the 2-toy swap method. Start with 2 identical toys. While your dog is tugging on the first one, make it die by stopping all movement. Simultaneously, animate the second toy, moving it excitedly on the ground to trigger a voluntary release of the first one. In high-danger outdoor scenarios, such as finding a chicken bone on the street, you may not have time for a formal trade. This is when you use the emergency treat party. Use an excited cue like, "Treat party!" Immediately jog backward away from the dog and scatter a large handful of treats at your feet. The dog will drop the hazard to follow the movement and eat the massive pile of food. This safety backup prioritizes immediate physical health over the long-term goal of formal training. As the dog realizes the trade is always in their favor, you can phase out the visible food reward. The verbal command will become reliable even in distracting environments because the dog has been conditioned to the word itself. To solidify this behavior, follow the training regimen framed here. 5 minutes of practice, 2 to 3 times every day. Never punish a growl. A growl is the dog's honest communication of stress. Suppressing that warning merely teaches a dog to skip the communication and go straight to a bite. If your dog displays intense aggression or continues to aggressively guard items despite these trades, stop training immediately. Consult a qualified, force-free veterinary behaviorist for a professional assessment. This trading game establishes a shared language of cooperation. By removing the fear of scarcity, you replace household conflict with a predictable, safe routine.